steel, and fire. The day his city died screaming. At dawn, the bell of Velmora rang one final time. It didn't call for worship or peace. It was a death knell. The city's gates groaned under the weight of fleeing families. In the towers above, Commander Tallies surveyed the horizon. There, beyond the crimson haze, the Iron Horde advanced, 10 legions deep. Velmora had 300 guards left, a handful of mages, and dwindling food. But surrender was treason. No one kneels today, Tallies growled. Children hid beneath temples. Blacksmiths forged blades from farm tools. Priests anointed arrows with sacred oils. The old city's bones would not break quietly. They would hold the line or become legends, etched in fire and steel. Above them, banners of flame were raised. No aid would come. No hope remained. The only promise left was that the streets would run red before the silence fell. They called it the Fire Gate, Velmora's southern wall, unbroken for 600 years. That legacy ended in under an hour. A siege tower belched flame. Arrows screamed through the sky. The Iron Horde's war chant rose like thunder as the battering ram crashed again and again. Tallies shouted orders while ash poured like snow. Behind him, a teenage boy, blade trembling in his hands, stood beside men twice his age. When the gates finally shattered, fire exploded into the square. The horde surged in, armored giants cutting down anything in reach. Velmoran archers fired from rooftops until flame engulfed their posts. Streets turned into slaughterhouses. Bodies piled near the fountain of the Sun King. Tallies, blood-soaked and wounded, led a retreat deeper into the city's heart. They had lost the gate, but the inner sanctum still stood. "Let them come," he growled. "Let them burn for every step." Beneath Velmora, ancient vaults once held relics, scrolls, and secrets. Now, they became tombs. Tallies and his last 30 warriors lured the Pyre Legion into the depths. Tight tunnels where numbers meant nothing. Oil was poured. Traps were set. As the enemy pushed in, the catacombs lit with fire and fury. Blades clanged. Faces smashed into stone. Screams echoed endlessly. Explosions tore through support columns. Entire legions vanished in flame. One by one, Tallies' men fell, choking on smoke and blood. His second detonated the last charge, collapsing an entire corridor and trapping half the enemy underground. The cost was everything. Only 7 defenders crawled out of the rubble, coughing and burned. But they had gutted the horde. Above them, the citadel burned. The final hour was upon them. "This is the last breath of Velmora," Tallies said. "Let's make it echo across history." They called him the Butcher King, not for cruelty, but for efficiency. He didn't scream. He didn't command. He simply cut. Now he walked through the city like death incarnate. His sword dragged across cobblestone. Behind him came the Pyre Legion. Flamethrowers, flail-bearers, axe-wielding berserkers. The streets of Velmora lit like kindling. Buildings collapsed in flame. Civilians were cut down where they hid. No mercy, no hostages, just smoke and silence. Tallies saw him from a rooftop and felt dread like poison. "He's here," he whispered. The Butcher King looked up. For a moment, their eyes met across fire and ash. Tallies turned to his second-in-command. "We end this on our terms." He ordered a full retreat to the Citadel's core. The plan wasn't to win. The plan was to make them pay, to drown the Empire in blood before the scream of Velmora died forever. Beneath Velmora, ancient vaults once held relics, scrolls, and secrets. Now, they became tombs. Tallies and his last 30 warriors lured the Pyre Legion into the depths. Tight tunnels where numbers meant nothing. Oil was poured. Traps were set. As the enemy pushed in, the catacombs lit with fire and fury. Blades clanged. Faces smashed into stone. Screams echoed endlessly. Explosions tore through support columns. Entire legions vanished in flame. One by one, Tallies' men fell, choking on smoke and blood. His second detonated the last charge, collapsing an entire corridor and trapping half the enemy underground. The cost was everything. Only 7 defenders crawled out of the rubble, coughing and burned. But they had gutted the horde. Above them, the citadel burned. The final hour was upon them. "This is the last breath of Velmora," Tali said. "Let's make it echo across history." With the city in ashes, only the citadel stood, barely. Its towers cracked, its walls scorched. Tali's and 6 bloodied survivors took their final positions. No more tactics, no more hiding, just vengeance. The Butcher King himself ascended the main gate, stepping through corpses, grinning. He wanted this moment. One last duel. Tali's charged. Their blades met with thunder. Around them, flames consumed the sky. One by one, the last defenders died, each taking foes with them. Tali's and the Butcher King fought alone as the world burned. When the final blow fell, it was unclear who survived. But when the sun rose, Velmora was silent. Not a single voice, not a single heartbeat. The Iron Horde had won, but what they claimed was rubble, ghosts, and legend. The city had died screaming, but it died standing. Velmora is gone. No stone left unburned. No names left to mourn. Only a memory, etched in the ruins, spoken by the wind. We did not kneel. The Iron Horde took the land, but never broke the will. What remains is a warning. Conquerors may crush cities, but they cannot erase courage. The tale of Velmora spread still, carried by traders, sung in taverns, whispered by soldiers before war. They say the Butcher King never smiled again, that he heard their screams in every fire, every storm. Some say Velmora cursed him, marked him. One city, one stand, eternal consequence. If this story gripped your soul, share it. Like, comment your favorite moment, and subscribe to Timeless Legend for more epic, cinematic history brought to life. Never forget, even in death, legends rise.